What's really hiding under all that ice in Antarctica? It looks like just a frozen desert, but beneath the surface lies an entire hidden world. Deep lakes, giant mountains, buried volcanoes, and maybe even unknown life forms. Scientists have barely scratched the surface, and every discovery changes what we thought we knew about our planet. So, what's under all that ice? Let's dig into the secrets Antarctica has kept frozen for millions of years. Number 1. The real Antarctica. Most of us picture Antarctica as just a white blob at the bottom of a map, right? But here's the shocker. It's actually bigger than Europe and even larger than the United States. If you dropped it over Europe, it would stretch from Norway all the way to Iran. Yet, barely 1,000 people live there during winter, mostly scientists. It's quiet, freezing, and empty, like another planet on Earth. And getting there? Not easy. The nearest big town is in Argentina, and even that's about 1,000 kilometers away, separated by the wildest ocean stretch on the planet, the Drake Passage. Waves there can reach up to 20 meters high. That's one reason Antarctica stayed unseen and untouched for so long. Number 2. Why it's still so mysterious. Even after 2 decades of exploration, Antarctica still hides most of its secrets. Almost all of it, 98%, is buried under thick ice. On average, that ice is over 2 kilometers deep. At some spots, it's nearly 5 kilometers thick. That's taller than several Burj Khalifas stacked together. And here's the crazy part. We know more about Mars than we do about what's under all that ice. Scientists use special radar planes that send radio waves into the ice and catch their echoes to see what's below. But Antarctica is massive, so most of it hasn't been scanned yet. Only about 10% of what's under the ice is mapped. Number 3. The hidden continents below. If all that ice melted away, Antarctica would look completely different. It's actually made of 2 main parts, Greater Antarctica and Lesser Antarctica. Greater Antarctica is older and rocky, while Lesser Antarctica is newer and made of volcanic islands. The younger half even connects to the Pacific Ring of Fire, the same zone known for earthquakes and volcanoes. So underneath all that ice, there's fire, literally. That's why scientists call it a land of opposites, frozen on top, boiling inside. Number 4. Volcanoes and warm caves. Mount Erebus, one of Antarctica's most famous volcanoes, is still active and even has a lava lake. It's the southernmost active volcano on Earth. The heat and steam from Erebus carve tunnels and caves under the ice. Inside, temperatures can reach 25 degrees Celsius, warm enough to hang out in a t-shirt. When scientists checked soil from these caves, they found traces of algae, moss, and tiny animals. Some unlike anything we know. It means that even in a place colder than Mars, life can find a way. And Erebus isn't alone. There are about 15 other volcanoes across the continent that might hide similar warm caves. Number 5. The deepest canyon on Earth. Underneath Antarctica's Denman Glacier lies the deepest land canyon on the planet, even deeper than the Grand Canyon. It drops 3.5 kilometers below sea level, almost half the height of Mount Everest. Think about that. A massive ancient canyon, frozen and hidden for millions of years. We didn't even know it existed until 2019. If the ice ever melted away, we'd see a landscape more dramatic than anywhere else on Earth. Number 6. Mountains buried in ice. In 1958, Soviet scientists discovered something shocking, an entire mountain range buried under 600 meters of ice. These are called the Gamburtsev Mountains. They're about the size of the Alps in Europe and stretch for over 1,000 kilometers. No one has ever seen them directly, but radar scans show sharp peaks and valleys down there. It's like finding another version of the Alps, perfectly preserved and frozen in time for millions of years. Number 7. The Mystery Crater. There's a strange gravity anomaly under East Antarctica, an area where gravity is weaker than expected. In 2006, researchers suggested it might be a huge impact crater 480 kilometers wide, hidden under the ice. If that's true, the asteroid that hit there would have been 4 to 5 times bigger than the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. It could even be linked to the biggest mass extinction in history. But no one has drilled deep enough to confirm it yet. It remains one of Antarctica's biggest mysteries. Number 8. Lakes beneath the ice. There are more than 600 lakes trapped beneath Antarctica's ice. The biggest one is Lake Vostok. It's 4 kilometers below the surface and bigger than Lake Michigan. It's been sealed off from the world for over 15 million years. When Russian scientists drilled into it in 2012, they found unknown bacteria. Later samples hinted there might even be fish-like life down there. Imagine an entire hidden ecosystem untouched since before humans existed. Number 9. Hidden creatures under the glaciers. In 2021, scientists from New Zealand drilled into a glacier and found something completely unexpected. Hundreds of tiny shrimp-like creatures swimming under 500 meters of ice. No sunlight, no plants, total darkness. Yet they were thriving. This discovery changed how we think about life on Earth. If such creatures can survive under Antarctic ice, then maybe life could exist under the ice of moons like Europa or Enceladus too. Number 10. The future of Antarctica. Antarctica isn't just science, it's also politics. The continent is protected by the Antarctic Treaty, which bans mining and military activity. But that treaty can be reviewed in 2048. And with massive oil and gas deposits recently discovered under the Weddell Sea, countries might start competing for control. As ice melts and access becomes easier, the big question is, will nations keep Antarctica protected? Or will they fight for what's hidden beneath? For now, Antarctica stays frozen, mysterious, and full of secrets waiting to be uncovered.